What is happening, guys? It is Daniel1989 and welcome back to the Hereford United career. This is episode 88. Now, in the last episode, we track our minds back because in today's episode, we've got the second leg. So the first leg was against Inter Milan. Now, as you can see here, we lost 3-2 in the last episode, Inter Milan Champions League. Today, we have the second leg. Obviously, I asked if you guys want me to play it. The majority vote said yes, go ahead and play it. So how today's episode will go, we will play the Inter Milan game. We will simulate the West Bromwich Albion game because out of the three sides, they're probably the most likely will get a win against. So we'll simulate West Bromwich Albion, we will play Newcastle at home, and then we will play Manchester United at home. So 2 home games and an away game against Inter Milan, and a simulated game against West Bromwich Albion in today's episode. So not only do we have Inter Milan, which is going to be a challenge in itself, we also technically start 1-0 down. So because it was 3-2 in the first leg, we're 1-0 down on aggregate. So we've got a mountain to climb against Inter Milan. Can we do it? That's the question. So I will play the full side against Inter Milan and then we'll rotate the side for the simulated game against West Bromwich Albion. First played game of the episode then, guys. Unfortunately, I am going to have to skip this introduction because being at the Champions League, I can't risk a copyright issue. So I will bring the 2 starting lineups to you from the main menu and then we'll get straight into the football. So we'll start with the home team first and we'll just put it this way around. So as you can see, from their starting lineup, Tamore in their starting lineup, Højbjerg in their starting lineup, Saka in the starting lineup. They've also got Richarlison. They have got some very, very good players and we need to be on top form. Not only have we got to beat them, we've got to beat them by at least 2 goals. So as we stand for our lineup, Josh Griffiths in goal. We've got Lamptey, David Carmo, Mings and Tommy Doyle in the defensive positions with Maitland-Niles sitting. We've also got Conor Gallagher and Dominguez in midfield, Harry Wilson, Toure and Dembele in the strike positions. So as I said, not only have we got a task ahead of us, we've also got to win by at least 2 goals. So wish us luck. Inter Milan with possession down the near side here and looking to try and get at our back line early here, and he's going to struggle to try and beat Lamptey for pace there, and he passes it back to Josh Griffiths who just keeps it in. He could have knocked out for a corner there, but thankfully Josh Griffiths was on hand and Dembele does win the header here if Dominguez can try and win it off the midfielder. But Inter Milan having the limelight of possession early here. Saka, decent ball in towards the striker, is Richarlison dropping that to his teammate and he's got it back now with a quick 1-2 round the corner, and Josh Griffiths was called upon for a very, very good save. Inter obviously the home advantage and showing us that they are certainly trying to get themselves through in the Champions League. We have got a huge task ahead of us because if they're going to play like that defensively, we need to be on form. But Conor Gallagher with a good tackle and it's bounced off Saka and out for a goal kick. There's Tommy Doyle, give that towards Dominguez, see if I can get the ball forward here through midfield and get an attack of our own. Here's Toure holding up the ball well. I'll use Lamptey who's free on this far side, give it back towards Toure. I'm going to try and get Tommy Doyle involved to open up the spaces here, and I have found Dembele round the corner looking for a decent cross here. Conor Gallagher going up there and just couldn't get to it before the Inter Milan man got to it first and cleared it away well, and Richarlison will try and slip a through ball to his teammate here, and he's got far more pace than Tyrone Mings and he's having to get back in position, Tyrone Mings, and fires that not far over the top of the bar. Harry Wilson sprinting down the line here and got possibly a pass on the inside towards Toure, who didn't get it quite under control but does manage to get the pass into Conor Gallagher, who's lost out of possession there, and Inter will bring it away. We are really trying to counter-attack them when they do come forward because they've had all the possession in this first half. We've just had to counter-attack any which way we can, and as you can see, 1 minute added on till half-time, and it's certainly been Inter Milan's first half. We've not really had many chances at all, but there goes the half-time whistle. We've got to get some goals in the second half. Here we go in the second half then, guys, and Inter Milan had all the possession, all the chances really. No really golden chances, but the majority of chances that were in the first half they did have. So we've just got to be a little bit better creating chances. See if we can create something early in the second half here with Harry Wilson sprinting towards the goal. I'm going to try and drop it to Conor Gallagher here, and I've just given away possession. Like I said, we've got to be better creating chances. If we're not, we're going to be out of this before we even get started, but Josh Griffiths will pick that up into bringing the ball forward again here, and that's a loose pass into Tommy Doyle. Tyrone Mings will try and get us forward here with Conor Gallagher, and Toure is completely free through the middle here. If he can just use his pace, try and create himself a chance, which he has done, and he's got the first goal. Toure with a very, very crucial goal. We've not had it at all our way in this game. They've had all the possession in the first half, all the chances. We find a ball through, and Toure with his pace and his strength sprinting through hits that very, very hard on his left hand side, or his left boot, and puts it in the bottom corner for 3-3 on aggregate. It is game on. Lofted ball forward, Toure trying to get the head on it, and Inter Milan will bring it down and start to come forward here with Richarlison. Decent pass into midfield, a quick 1-2 to him, and looking for teammates, looking to keep hold of possession and try and create something, but Tyrone Mings and David Carmo stand in their way, and wow. Okay, an absolute blinding finish by the Inter Milan player. I'm thinking, you know, not a problem here. Tyrone Mings, David Carmo, we're just gonna, you know, look, as he came to attack me, I just thought, I'll just stand him up. He plays it back, he takes a second, passes it to his teammate, he hits it first time, and that is a tremendous finish. First time to whip it and get the angle and get the curve on it. Wow, that's impressive. 4-3 on aggregate. Inter Milan are equal. There's Dembele trying to get us forward down the line here. I've got Dominguez with me, but I'm looking for the pass in the middle towards Toure, and here is Toure trying to get a shot away, and that is a very good stop from the Inter Milan goalkeeper. We find ourselves 4-3 down on aggregate, and looking towards Toure for the goals. He almost did get one back there if it wasn't for the goalkeeper. We need a goal from this corner here. If we can get a goal back and get back in it, who knows what will happen in this game. But it's fallen towards the edge of the box. It's fallen towards Dembele, who gets the shot away, and it is blocked out. Try and put some pressure on the ball here and see if I can tackle it before it becomes a counter-attack, which it might end up doing now. And Inter Milan have been brilliant in this game. I mean, that finish to get them back in front was brilliant, and they've almost scored again there if it wasn't for Josh Griffiths pulling out a brilliant save. We've got to do something, or we've got to create something before the end of this game. 84 minutes gone, and there is not long to try and get back in this game. Header away by Tyrone Mings, and it's fallen towards the edge of the box here, and Dominguez did get a good hit on it to clear it away, but really I wanted to pick up possession and try and counter-attack. Inter Milan have the ball here. I might as well play it out, guys. There's only 3 minutes of normal time plus stoppage time. I'll see if I can get a goal for you and get us back in it, but as the way it stands, it doesn't look like we're going through in the Champions League. Conor Gallagher did get a tackle in there, but wasn't enough to win possession. We are trying to trap the ball down by any means, but it's a nice pass out wide. Tommy Doyle with some defending to do here. He does pick up the ball. Can he try and get us up the pitch with 2 minutes added on here? This is definitely a counter-attack that we need. Here goes Maitland-Niles looking for Toure. I have got Harry Wilson with me, but I shouldn't need him. Toure, he's hit it straight off the goalkeeper. And here's Dominguez at the edge of the box. If he can get an effort away, he does. It's over the top of the bar, and that is going to be, by the looks of it, the end of the game, and Inter Milan will go through in the Champions League. Back at the menu then, guys, and we managed to get in front with Toure just after the second half, getting us in front, and we got our tails up, and I really thought that we were going to end up going through in the Champions League, but because of Inter Milan with an absolute just blinding finish, like that first time hit, the curve and the swerve on that ball, Josh Griffiths, no chance to stop it, and it ends 4-3 on aggregate despite our efforts in the game. And maybe if we'd have played the first leg, which we didn't, we simulated at 3-2, we might have had a chance of going through, but we are now out of the Champions League and we have to concentrate on the Premier League. And as you can see there, we do have a gap at the top of the table. We've got to keep it, so we'll move on to the simulated game against West Bromwich Albion. West Bromwich Albion in the Premier League then, guys. Side all swap round. As you can see, Patrick Roberts, Kirk Wilson and Fernandez in the attacking positions. I've got Marco Reus and O'Reilly in midfield. I've got Matazo in the sitting position. I've also gone Kolasinac, Malang Sarr, Amadou and Ethan Laird in the defensive positions. And I've put Acosta in goal to give him a run out as well. So Let's simulate the game against West Bromwich Albion. It should be a comfortable win, even with a rotation side. It's not. It's a 1-1 draw. So Ethan Laird was booked 15 minutes in. We do get the goal with Matt O'Reilly, and they equalise on the 69th minute to make it 1-1. A draw's not the worst thing in the world. We did have our B side out, so we'll take the draw and we will move on to the next game. Played game against Newcastle. Let's just have a quick look what Marco Royce is saying here. Yep, you'll certainly do for me, pal. Even at the age of 37 years old, Marco Royce is still on the field, still doing a job for us. So let's just have a quick look at the table. As you can see, we've still got a gap at the top, but Man City do have a game in hand against us. So we'll certainly have to keep an eye on the points and keep the points ticking over. But until then, I will see you at the Edgar Street Stadium against Newcastle. Here we are then, guys, in the second played game of the episode. We are at home, we're at the Edgar Street Stadium, we have Newcastle United. I checked just before we left from the menu, and Newcastle are in 9th place. They're sat in mid-table, you know, having a decent season by their standards, so we can't take them lightly, and we have to play our football at home here. We obviously simulated the game against West Bromwich Albion. It was a 1-1. I'm hoping we can bounce back in this game and get a victory here. So we'll take a look at well, here's the table for you. As you can see, Man City did win their game in hand and have closed the gap by a few points, so we definitely need a win here, and we will wait for the starting lineups to come up, and then we'll get straight into the football. So here we are then, guys, our starting lineup. Josh Griffiths in goal. I've gone Ethan Laird, Amadou, Matazo, Malang Sarr and Kolasinac in defensive positions. Matt O'Reilly and Winter getting the start today. Fernandez with Kirk Wilson and Patrick Roberts up front. Let's have a look at Newcastle's lineup and see if they've got anybody. Well, we know they've got Martial because they offered him us in the transfer window. Yuri Mina and Keane in defence there, Curtis Jones in midfield, and obviously Martial on the field as well. So they've got one or two decent players, and like I said, sat mid-table, we can't take them lightly. We have got to play our game and our football. Newcastle coming forward here with Anthony Martial and looking dangerous here, and they do get a shot away, but easy work for Josh Griffiths. We're not going to trouble him from that distance. Decent throw out towards Patrick Roberts. Here's Kirk Wilson with the ball here onto Matt O'Reilly. Fernandez will make me a run over the top here. He didn't win it completely, but he will pick up possession. He's beaten his man here and got round the corner, Fernandez. See if he can sit this up in the middle, looking for Winter at the edge of the box there. Looking dangerous, but Kolasinac will pick the ball up down towards Roberts. Here's Matt O'Reilly getting the shot away, and the goalkeeper picks it out the air. Newcastle coming down the line here, and he is onside, and we've got some defensive work to do here, but Malang Sarr with a neat little flick there to get it away, and we do pick up possession. Here is Kolasinac down the line. Let's get it inside towards Winter. Winter running forward through midfield here, and the gap is opening up for him if he can find Kirk Wilson's feet, and just not good enough with the pass there. If he'd have found a decent pass to Kirk Wilson, we might have been in on a chance there, but here come Newcastle running towards our goal and look like they might create something themselves, and Malang Sarr has handballed it. Is it a penalty or is it a free kick? I did see it bounce up and just hit Malang Sarr's hand, and thankfully it's only a free kick. It is at the edge of the box, it is dangerous, but thankfully it's not a penalty. Let's see if we can get rid of this, and Josh Griffiths should claw this out the air, and he does really well. Let's see if I can get us on one of our famous counter-attacks here. Let's use Matt O'Reilly down the line, and Kirk Wilson is in the middle on his own here, and Fernandez making a forward run. Kirk Wilson continuing his run. We might be able to get in behind here, and Kirk Wilson's created himself some room, hits it, and that is an absolute belting finish from Kirk Wilson. That is the Kirk Wilson that we know and have missed this season. He started well at the start of the season, but we've played Torre a lot more because he's been more of a consistent goal scorer. but that is the type of capability and quality that Kirk Wilson has. What a hit that is, straight in the top corner to get us 1-0 in front in this game. There's Matazor looking for Kolasinac out wide. 1 minute added on before half time, guys. Let's see if we can get the ball forward here and create one more chance before half time. Here's Super Kirk Wilson again, holding up the ball well and on the turn. Let's see if I can find Archie Winter here, who has created himself some space with a player going to ground, and the shot was nowhere near as good as his first one in the last episode. And there goes the half-time whistle. Into the second half we go then, guys, and fairly comfortable first half. We've had the majority of possession, the majority of the chances, and Kirk Wilson has got us 1-0 ahead. We just need to continue this form and keep dominating possession and not let Newcastle get in, because they have tried to get in. We've kept them at bay so far, but they do have some quality in their team to create stuff. As you can see here, we're having to defend early here, and Winter trying to get involved with the challenges there, and Anthony Martial trying some neat footwork, but we will break away here. Let's see if we can create something at the start of the second half here. Winter making a decent dash through the middle, and he might have found Kirk Wilson here. There's just too much on the pass. Newcastle coming forward here with Martial in towards Curtis Jones in the middle, and they've got a few players in and around dangerous areas here, and Ethan Laird does get across and make a good block. Can we get on one of our famous counter attacks here and try and get a second goal in this game? Let's use Matt O'Reilly here, who's free. So is Winter. Let's see if I can get it through to Patrick Roberts. We will, and Patrick Roberts will make it 2. Winter with the assist there, coming into the first team and getting his first goal in the last episode. He gets an assist off Patrick Roberts here. He's really stamping his authority in this team. You guys requested to see more youth academy players, and how about that for a slip through ball to get Patrick Roberts our second goal of the game. Making 3 changes here, guys. Patrick Roberts, O'Reilly and Fernandez off. Sinclair, Best and Bray on. Speaking of youth academy players, I'm bringing 3 of them on the pitch here. We're 2-0 up. We've got a comfortable lead, and it's worth giving the youngsters a run out and getting them embedded in the team. Winter has certainly impressed me since joining the senior team, and I'm hoping that the others can follow suit and start scoring some goals and getting some assists. But Newcastle not giving us an easy run here, trying to get back in the game. And here's Martial in the box, and that is a really good tackle by Amadou to get us away. Here's new signing Matazor from this window. That's a decent pass through to Kirk Wilson, and Kirk Wilson could be in for number 3 here. He's deadly from this position, and he will deliver. We have missed Kirk Wilson and missed his finishing, and he is certainly showing that he is still that kind of quality to be up front for our team in this game. We have played well, we've got the goals, we created the chances, and it was actually Best with the through ball there getting the assist, and Kirk Wilson getting the 3rd and his 2nd of the game. Decent pass down the line by Newcastle into field towards Martial, and Malangsar makes light work of him with a decent tackle. Here's Matazor through midfield looking for Winter. There's a big gap in midfield here, and we can certainly utilise it. Looking for Bray on the far side, back towards Kirk Wilson, on towards Sinclair, and Sinclair had his shot blocked by the goalkeeper. Curtis Jones forward towards Martial, and Martial again trying to come at our goal, and Malangsar just stood in his way, but he's found a nice ball out wide, and Bray, the youth academy player, has to challenge up and do some defending here. And Newcastle are trying to get the ball in and around the area, and there is Amadou with a block, and apparently it's hit his hand. Last time we got away with it and we got a free kick. This time we won't get away with it. They will get a penalty. Let's have a look here and see if it does. It does hit Amadou's arm, and he did hold his hand up there, so we can't blame the referee for giving a penalty in that aspect. 88 minutes gone. Even if they do score, it's only going to be a consolation. Left maybe, he's going to go right, and Newcastle will get a consolation goal with a penalty, but it's definitely still 3 points. They're not going to pull 2 goals back with minimal time left to play, so I will play it out for you guys here and see if we can, well, maybe get a goal back in the last 2 minutes added on here. I doubt it, but if we can get another goal added on and add insult to injury, we will try to do so. Winter forward towards Wilson. Here's Best. See if I can get Sinclair down the line here with Kolasinac. I'll have to come back inside to keep hold of possession. Here is Best. Let's see if we can have a goal here tackled out of it. He has got it towards Sinclair, but there goes the full-time whistle. It ends 3-1. Back at the menu then, guys, and as you can see here, a very solid performance from Kirk Wilson, getting 2 goals in the game. Patrick Roberts getting the other one to make it 3-0, and then they get a penalty in the dying embers of the game, and they get a consolation goal, and it ends 3-1. So positives with the result, with the 3 goals and the 3 points, but more positives with the youth academy players. Best coming on, getting assist. Archie Winter has really started to fit into the team. And talking about youth academy players, I think I am ready to bring through the rest of the ones that we looked up, guys. Now, you're probably going to laugh. It's another Wilson, Duncan Wilson, as you can see here, 61 rated, and he's 17 years old. He's between 85 and 91 for a goalkeeper. I am going to promote him to the senior team and send him out on loan. We've also got Williams here. He is transferring from a left wing back to a left back. He's 60 rated and 18 years old, and also 85 to 91. Looks like a brilliant player. I will wait to bring him to the senior team until he's an official left back and do it that way. Also, Finlay, striker, 61 rated, 16 years old. He's got a 5-star weak foot. He looks very, very good, and he's between a 92 and a 94 rated striker. In 2 or 3 seasons, this guy could be our prime striker, so I'm going to promote him to the senior team and send him out on loan and get him some football. Also, Wright, not sure whether to play him at striker or centre mid. I'm not sure what to do with him just yet, but I'm going to send him out on loan either way. He's 16 years old. He's also between 88 and 84 rated potential, so I'm going to promote him to the senior team, but I'm not sure where I'm going to play him just yet. As we said with Williams, I'll wait until he's a left back to promote him to the senior team. So, as we said, at your guys' request, bringing youth players into the team, we now have plenty. So, moving on to Premier League football, as you can see here, we've got Manchester United in the final played game of the episode, and as you can see, City have dropped the gap to 5 points. We have to keep the points ticking over, because if City catch us, that Premier League is going to slip away thick and fast. So we've got to keep the points coming over. So I will see you again at the Edgar Street Stadium. Third and final played game of the episode then, guys. We are at home. We're at the Edgar Street Stadium. We have Manchester United. Always a controversial game when we play them. Sometimes they beat us, sometimes we beat them. It's going to be one of those games today that the better team will win. I'm hoping that will be us. I'm hoping we'll get on the front foot early. And I'm hoping Harry Wilson will score a blinding goal against them like he did last season, but we'll have to wait and see. We certainly can't take them lightly, as Man City have closed the gap at the top now, so giving away points is something we can't do. And as you can see here, player to watch, Jadon Sancho, an absolute talent in real life and very, very capable on this game. So we just need to make sure defensively we're strong and we are finishing our chances when they come. We never worry about creating chances because we have so much pace and quality on the field. We will create them, it's just finishing them that we have to do. So we'll wait for the lineups, guys, and then we'll get straight into the football. As we line up today then, guys, Josh Griffiths in goal. I've gone Lamptey, David Carmot, Maitland-Niles, Tyrone Mings and Tommy Doyle in the defensive positions. I've gone Conor Gallagher and Dominguez in midfield, Harry Wilson, Toure and Dembele up top. So we are at 100%, our full starting lineup. Let's have a look at Manchester United today. Dean Henderson in goal. Let's have a look who they've got in their back line. Still got Guimaraes in their back line. Fred in the lineup today as well. Fabio Silva in the lineup. Fernandez, Sancho and their striker up top. So some very, very capable players, and this is going to be one tough game. So let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into it. There's Bruno Fernandes on towards Fred. Quick 1-2s between them to try and create a gap at the back, and Tyrone Mings steps in there and he has come forward through midfield here. Tyrone Mings, can he find a decent pass through? Here's Dominguez waiting for Dembele to make me a run on the overlap here, which he will. Try and get a ball across here, looking for Conor Gallagher's head, It's bounced out towards Harry Wilson, and it will fall for Lamptey. In towards Harry Wilson again, looking for a cross on the far side, and it has cleared away again. A little bit of pressure on Manchester United here, and here's Lamptey again trying to get the ball in and around a dangerous area. Here's Dominguez go for a long ranger and well over the top of the bar. Lofted ball forward looking for Harry Wilson, and that's a decent header away by Manchester United coming down the line here. I'm having to call Tommy Doyle to get back in position as Silva is making a decent run down this far side. Tyrone Mings to try and stop the ball coming in the middle. Ball into the back post, and Manchester United have themselves an early goal. It was a simple enough chance at the back post, and it is converted. Silva creating the chance in towards the box, and here's Fred getting the ball across the penalty area, and as you can see, Conor Gallagher swung a leg at it, but he did it too early, completely missed, and the striker finishes that with ease, to be honest, and Josh Griffiths almost got his fingertips to it, but Manchester United will take the lead. Manchester United coming down the line here, a quick 1-2 with Silva, and here's Bruno in midfield. Decent pass forward into their striker here, and there's Sancho looking dangerous as ever on the ball, and a lovely little ball around the corner. We're struggling defensively here against Manchester United, already conceded, and they're doing nothing but put pressure on our goal, but Tommy Doyle will get the ball away here. Maitland-Niles with some good footwork keeps hold of possession here, and I need some runners in behind. Here's Touré, and Touré took the first touch and couldn't take it beyond the Manchester United defender to try and get us back in the game, but United come forward once again here, and here's Silva on the far side. It's been very much a Man United first 40 minutes or so, and we need to try and get back in it, but that is a foul on Tyrone Mings. It's Tommy Doyle trying to come through the middle here on towards Conor Gallagher. Send this towards Lamptey on the far side. He's certainly got the pace to be running this to the bar line here, and it's almost half time. 1 minute added on. Can he get the ball in the box? He can't, because he's tackled out of it by Guimaraes. Down the line towards Sancho, and there's not long until half time. There goes the half time whistle. Here we go in the second half then, guys, and Manchester United find a goal in the first half. We just haven't been at the races at all just yet. We haven't seemed to shown up in this first half, but I'm hoping in this second half we can do. Can we try and do it early here? But there's a foul, and we will have possession here. Let's try and get it forward with Dominguez. I'm tempted just to have a go from this far out, but it is blocked. Harry Wilson try and win the header. He can't win the header either, and Manchester United again will bring it forward. It was the first half story that Man United bring it forward again, and that's how it's been. I'm hoping that isn't the same story in the second half. We've got to get it forward and start creating chances ourselves. That's a decent pass into midfield though to Touré. Here is Touré again off Conor Gallagher. Try and get this round the corner for Dominguez here and sit this up in the middle, and Harry Wilson tried to swing a leg at it and get it on target, but it doesn't look like anything is going to come of it. There's Harry Wilson sprinting down the line here, and might be able to create something if I can find Conor Gallagher. That's a decent pass in towards Maitland-Niles, looking out wide for Tommy Doyle. We could be able to get back in it here with some decent passing. Here's Dominguez, try and get it round the corner to Touré, and United will block it out once again. We're really struggling to create chances here, as Man United have just been defensively solid as a rock, and he's looking for the ball round the corner, left the gap by Tommy Doyle, and they might have a chance for a second here. Manchester United, well, if they get it, I can't say they haven't deserved it, because they have been the much better team, as you can see, passing it around so well at the edge of our box, but we do get a tackle in, and they still pick up possession again. Another good tackle by Lamptey this time, and we still can't get it away. Anything I've tried to do to get the ball out of our area just hasn't worked. Another tackle in, but no possession, and yet again another tackle in, and thankfully it's out for a goal kick. Just making two changes here, guys. I'm bringing Touré and Mings off, and I'm putting Kirk Wilson and O'Reilly on. I've dropped Maitland-Niles to the centre-back position and put O'Reilly in midfield. I'm hoping with the changes we can try and get back in this game, but it's just been the same story. As you can see on the ball here, Manchester United holding on to possession so well, and they do keep creating chances, as you can see here, in again, and this time it will be converted. Josh Griffiths, you have to ask questions there. Not very often does he make a mistake, but I think this time he has done. It was a simple enough shot straight down the middle. Josh Griffiths, I don't know whether he wasn't ready for it, wasn't prepared for it, but he just didn't stop trophy. As you'll see again here, it was a simple enough shot. Did it take a deflection? Is that why it didn't take a deflection? Josh Griffiths just didn't get anything on it really, not a good glove or anything, and Manchester United will get a second. There's Kirk Wilson bringing it down, trying to find some support here. Here's Dominguez, get this in the middle towards Matt O'Reilly. I've got Lamptey out wide here. If we're going to get a goal, we need to do it quickly. I'm looking for the short pass inside to Harry Wilson, and I just couldn't find his feet there. I am pressuring the goalkeeper and also pressuring players to try and get this ball back and at least get us back in the game with one goal, but Manchester United have just been that good in this game. They've kept the possession, they've got the goals. The second one, yes, was questionable with Josh Griffiths not making a good save, but we haven't even got one, so if it wasn't for the mistakes, they'd still be 1-0 up. Can we get forward now here with the last 2 minutes? The referee blows the final whistle and we lose 2-0 at home. Press conference after the game then, guys, and our first defeat in quite some time, to be honest. We've drawn a couple of games since, but we haven't had a defeat for quite a while, and it does feel like the end of the world, but I know obviously it isn't, because we still should be at the top of the table depending on other results. So it's not a relief really. It couldn't last forever, I'll just say that. We couldn't keep winning and we couldn't keep going on. We were going to get beaten sooner or later, and it couldn't obviously last forever, like he said. What do you think went wrong today? We needed a goal when it mattered. We certainly did. After they got the first one very early, if we'd have got back in it with another goal at 1-1, maybe it's a different game of football, but that's not the way it goes. So had it turned up for you. I wouldn't say they give me everything. I'd just say we didn't handle the pressure very well. To be honest, United kept hold of the ball well. They created more chances than we did, and they were just more clinical. Yes, Josh Griffiths doesn't usually make mistakes. This time he does make a mistake, and it does cost us. But as you can see here now, 4-point gap. So from City in 62 points in second place, from us to 66 points, they must have drawn their last game, and thankfully, if they'd have won their last game, they'd have closed the gap even further. But yeah, he's just saying about going out on loan, not a problem. Sending right out on loan. Obviously, you guys wanted to see the youth academy players, and now they're all going out on loan as well. But as far as the Premier League goes, we are still at the top of the table, but with, let's have a look how many games are remaining. I wouldn't imagine a lot of games remaining. So what's that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 games remaining till the end of the season. So obviously in the next episode it will be Nottingham Forest, Leicester and Everton, and then it will be City, Arsenal and Liverpool. That could decide the table right there. And then obviously the last 2 games of the season, I might simulate one in the next episode, and then it'll end up with 3 each, and that will finish the episode nicely. But that episode right there, Liverpool, Arsenal and City in the same episode, that could really decide the top of the table. So don't go anywhere, guys, because it's really going to heat up in the next episode or 2 at the top of the table. We have a gap for now, but we're going to have to get some wins to keep it. So fingers crossed it will be a positive end to the season and we will lift the Premier League trophy. So as always, leave me a comment, guys, drop me a thumbs up, leave me your comments and tell me your thoughts. Anything you want to add in there, go ahead and do so. Anything you want to give me a comment on, do give me your feedback. Don't forget to drop me a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next episode. It's been Daniel 1989. Love you, bye.